There you have it, guys. 0-0 draw. Mad disappointed today. Obviously, all the eyes were on Bruno. All the anticipation was on Bruno, and I thought he did well. I will start with him because that's the best place to start. Obviously, all the talk was about him. There was an air of optimism coming into the game because obviously we finally got him over the line. But you have to have it with a level head. I mean, me certainly, and most Manchester United fans completely understand that just signing Bruno Fernandes is not going to be anywhere near enough to change the fortunes of this team. It's just a good place to start because we need quality players. He's never going to be able to just come in, loads of police cars over there, to come in and wave a wand and get us playing. I thought what Bruno Fernandes did first in the first 20 minutes was simplicity. Was trying to pass the ball quickly and forward. Do you know what I mean? Very, very basic. And that's what I thought had been missing from us. I was happy to see him at number 10, which was good. But then he kept going from number 10 into central midfield, like a holding player, then going back into the 10. It was almost like Oli was saying, kind of freestyle it a little bit. And it was the same sort of tactics, the same lack of pattern of play. I saw Bruno having to take onus and say to a lot of players, especially Dan James, he's putting his arm around him saying, listen, run the channels, bro. Run the channels. You know, make runs in behind. I think he needs to be more imaginative with his runs. So it was almost like Bruno was trying to make too much happen. Then he started to force it. I did see that, trying to play the ball over the top, maybe too much, trying to make something happen, maybe a bit too much. And it was almost like a bit of Pogba-itis. Like when he's on the pitch, and yes, we expect big things from him because he's come with a big price tag, but we all know what's going to happen. If everything comes to Bruno and we have to look for him for everything to happen, it's not going to work. It's not going to work, and that's where the tactics need to allow. Martial, I know Saeed said that it might look like he'll get scapegoated and stuff like that, but he was poor today. I do. I know we've got this argument that he's not getting the service, but I think he's getting a bit of a free pass now. I'm one of Martial's biggest fans, but I have to call it as I see it. He's doing the basics wrong in terms of his touch. That's not something I associate with Martial, getting in the way of players, letting it bounce off him. Now, yes, our system's not set up to make him thrive. We don't get Martial running in behind. We don't lay on chances on a plate for him where he's having shots off at goal. And he's cutting a very isolated figure. And I think he looks really frustrated. And I think this is a problem because as Man United fans and the coach and stuff, we've said for ages that Martial's a 9. We need him to play number 9. It's his best position, which it probably is when everyone's fit. But what we're seeing is that he's not a pure out-and-out number 9. There's still question marks over that. And I hold my hands up. I think his best position probably is there when Rashford's fit, when Pogba's fit, when everyone's fit. But in terms of grabbing the game by the scruff of the neck and puffing the chest out and being that focal point up front, Martial's not that guy. If Martial's going to be our number 9, we need a fluid attack. We need a fluid midfield. A midfield that's quick in transition, a midfield that exploits pockets of space, a midfield that gets the opposition team turned. We don't do that. So I see both sides to the Martial thing. We're not playing to his strengths, but also he's not covering himself in glory by doing the basics right. So that's those two players. Dan James, I think I'm starting to look at him and think there's just not enough strings to his bow. He's very one-dimensional, very one-dimensional. It's like if he's not just running in a straight line with the ball at his feet into grass, then I don't see it. The cross at the end, the end product that he usually puts out hasn't been too good as well. So for me, that's been an issue. Andreas Pereira, man, I mean, this guy, I'm starting to feel bad for him as well. I like how people said, look, Flex, don't feel sorry for these players. I said the same about Lingard last week where I felt, last game, I'm feeling bad for him because he was awful against Manchester City. Pereira was equally as bad today. I mean, he's just going from bad to worse, man. Just the decision making, and it's so annoying because Pereira is a good technical player. And I know some of you might think, what are you on about it? He's a good technical player. He's got a good touch on him. He's silky on the ball. And he's got good technique. But it's up here with Pereira. The decisions he makes, I just don't get them. He shoots when he should pass. He passes when he should shoot. He runs into people's spaces. He holds onto the ball too long. He's just making all of the wrong moves. And it's a problem. Solskjaer's decision-making in terms of the substitutes. I thought Mata buzzed about the place quite well, was linking up with Bruno, trying to make things happen. Mata comes off the pitch. Greenwood comes on. I didn't understand that. When Mata came off, in the double change, but Greenwood came on, I think it was for Pereira. I think I've got that right. And there was ironic cheers around the place when Pereira came on. But yeah, when Dalot and Lingard came on in like the last couple of kicks of the game, I didn't understand it. All he had to do was just put Mason Greenwood on the right. for Dan James. Just make that change. That's all you have to do, Ollie. He put Martial to the left, Greenwood up front, which I didn't mind. But then as soon as he made the change with Dalot and Lingard coming on, he changed it again and put Dalot on the left. And all he wants to do is cut in on the right. He missed an important header that he probably should have scored. I think it was a header. Yeah, it was a header. He should have scored. De Gea with a good save second half as well from Jimenez, I think it was. So when called into action, he did well. But other than that, it was just the same common themes. And I kind of felt sorry for Bruno. Bruno's probably looking at that thinking, I tell you what, I'm going to have a lot to do here. I'm going to have a lot to do. Wolves did what Wolves did. Traore created problems as he does. Jota creates problems as he does. They sit back in their shape and they counter you. We knew what was going to happen. I'm fed up of playing them. But we didn't do anything different at all. All we did was kind of say, Bruno, try and do something. Saeed says it a lot in his fan cams, and I know his opinions on social is one thing, but what I do agree with Saeed is in terms of the freestyle aspect. It's almost like we're putting the players out there and saying, just go and do something. We've gone down to 6 today, I think. I was told. I haven't seen it, but someone said, Sheffield United have leapfrogged us today. That's an issue. Going to Chelsea, if they beat us, it could be the top 4 all but over. Igalo's got to come into this. I mean, it's crazy what happened there. Absolutely crazy. No one knew that was going to happen. But you're looking at the way Martial's playing up front as a 9, and we need to try something else. Maybe put Martial on the left, Dan James on the right, and Igalo up front, or Greenwood on the right, Igalo up front, and Martial on the left. It is damning, the fact that I'm here contemplating that has to happen, but that is a sad representation of where we are. I thought Bissaka did well. I thought, for some of his crosses, we should have probably got a goal from it. I thought he defended well as well, so he stood out for me. Luke Shaw did okay, more so second half. But I do think we defended well. I think we kept Wolves at bay. There wasn't much quality in the game for both teams, really. I think Wolves, but again, Wolves do that. They're organised, they're compact. They don't lay siege to you. They don't keep coming at you wave after wave after wave. They're just organised and know what they're doing, and can counter good. And they had a couple of little dangerous moments, but I thought Lindelof and Maguire were pretty solid, actually, to be fair. I thought they marshalled what they needed to do well, but that was the same for Willy Bolly and Connor Cody, and the other centre-half that Wolves had. 3 of them, they had a very easy day. So the defences was a game where both defensive prevailed, both defences played well. But the final third for us just wasn't there. It just wasn't there, and it continues not to be there. We can't just expect everything to come from Bruno. Bruno had a couple of decent shots today that looked very dangerous. I thought he was going to score that one in the first half, hit it straight at the keeper, and another one where I think the keeper should have just actually saved it really easily and actually fluffed it and went out for a corner, and the free kick as well. But other than that, the bright sparks came from him, and that was it. Martial couldn't really get anything, no shots on goal. Mason Greenwood come on, huffed and puffed. Dan James non-existent. Pereira shocking. Common themes, and we've got a 2-week break now, and Solskjaer's got to try and work with these players to get some confidence, and we need a run from somewhere. And if we lose to Chelsea, I think top 4 will be all but gone. Roll on Igalo, man. Hopefully he survives the coronavirus. He's coronavirus free. You know what I'm saying? He's been quarantined and he can come over here and do a job. He's our player now. I'm not going to lie and say I expected to get him, but he's our player. And the way we're playing, especially in the final third, we need to try something. I'm out of here. My man of the match before I go, actually. Difficult in such a game like this. Mata was good. Wan-Bissaka was okay. Bruno did okay. Would I give him man of the match? Probably not. I'd say Mata, and that's slim pickings. Peace. Big thank you to you guys for watching the latest of our videos. And if you want to check out more, make sure you do that just to the right of me. We are the biggest and best Manchester United channel in the world. Make sure you check us out on all of the socials as well. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. The socials are along the bottom. Peace.